It's the Gamer League, MTGO Show.
So I think Gut and Jacked Rabbit are both excellent early picks. I think Anime Dead's great. I'm kind of in a Witherbloom Apprentice mood. I think I'm just going to take this thing. See if I can smog them up. Ooh, fourth. Yeah, I've just like straight up splashed for fourth in my green black decks before and had it turn out. If you're not taking fourth, you're taking like Rumble or Liliana, which are both great cards, but they're not really on the same level, are they? Let's take fourth. I'm not like married to this Witherbloom either. We don't have to play it. We can do all kinds of stuff. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Ambulance, thanks for 26 months. Appreciate it. What's my opinion on the best addition to the cube? There's a pretty few solid ones. From among the new cards, I've been impressed with the red equipment the most. The one that gives haste and stuff. Yeah, Quarry Steel Cutter. I'll remember its name one of these days. The Vamp gets better with fourth here. Weirdly tempted by that headquarters. Interesting. Yeah, this is a sick pack for us. Mind Twist, Grist, Baraglyph, Necromancy, and Jetmir's Garden are all options. Hey, Too Tall Jones, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 30 months there. Sergeant says, how goes the cubing? Pretty well, pretty well. We started with a trophy with Red Black Reanimator. We scrub-a-dubbed with Red Green Aggro. Ran into a couple tough matchups. Giant Lifelinkers has been the bane of like my more pure red green decks. I think Mind Twist is the best Vamp tutor target. I think I'm gonna grab the Baraglyph here. Hopefully that Jetmir's Garden wheels hum. Monstrosity and Baraglyph play pretty well together. There's a Vindicate there. It's an option. Get these nice Surveillance in here. The Bob's interesting. The Bob's certainly a choice in this spot. Hard to say no to a nice Surveillance, though. The Overgrown Tomb. Thinking about Metamorph and Vaultborn Tyrant. Let's just take the dual land. Hey, that's a nice grab. That's a nice grab. The cool thing about splashing fourth is that you don't like need fourth mana super early. It can just be your late game inevitability card, right? And you're just like, yeah, I have 10 2/2s, deal with it. I'm gonna grab the Temple Garden over the Liliana. Liliana would also be solid in this spot. I feel like we're getting a lot of freedom with our mana base. Throw a couple of fetches in there. Is it weird that you feel like Jacked Rabbit was close? No, Jacked Rabbit's great. The thing is, if you're adding Jacked Rabbit, then you're adding another early game emphasis, colors-wise. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. You think Bob could wheel? I'd be pretty stoked with the late Bob. Excellent little shell for it. We saw two nice pieces of discard go by, the Duress and the Mind Twist. The Mind Twist pack, we're definitely going to wheel something, right? There's so many good cards in our colors. Yeah, here's Grist. Hell yeah. And we got the Vindicate. Nice. Hello. If we get some recursion for this time walk, we have a solid amount of self-mill with the Monstrosity and the Grist. So we mill the time walk, we might be able to just like rebuy it. Marsh Flats is tempting, Attracts is weirdly tempting, but I'm just going to grab the walkies. We already have this headquarters to set it up to. 4 mana Tameo is in, yeah. Thinking about this Ren and 6. Currently don't have any fetches, but I really want some. Teferi's interesting. We have a lot of 3s already, though. Thinking about Prime Time. Harvester's not crazy. Watergrave's not crazy. Hopefully that Kabu comes back, How hard is double white? Parallax Wave's so good. Savannah would be a sweet pickup. For me, though, the pick is between these two 5-mana cards. A lot of nice Bloodbraid hits in this deck. Ayer got to see Meshuggah last night. Hell yeah. Meshuggah is probably my favorite live act, yeah. Really into that shit in particular. Thinking about this Vantage, thinking about this Leovold. I haven't played with Leovold in a bit. Let's jam it. I used to really like Sunfall in this cube, and now it feels like by the time you cast it, you're at like kind of a low life total, and then you play it, and your opponent just murders you. I don't know what else I'm doing here. Maybe Reprieve. Yeah, without actual fetches, the Ren and 6 is kind of bad. I think Kolaghan's Command's better than Lauren. Oh, I'd probably play that stupid General in this deck, Have enough cold cards. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the Marsh Flats to wheel. Probably the most wheelable fetch, but still unlikely. Kind of hoping that Kabu comes back to me. Yeah, I needed more comes into play tap lands. Perfect. You need the green-white or green-black fetch. I think literally any fetch at all it would be great. Maybe not the one that gets tapped basics. Yeah, we already have a Water Grave. I don't hate the Talisman. I'm just gonna grab Shieldred. Oh, there's Tamiyo, huh? Tamiyo for the Time Walk. You would assume that either Tamiyo or Eternal Witness would wheel, right? Another comes to play tap land in here. A lot of good cards. If this is a pack one, pick one, I'd be looking at Reanimate stock up. I'd probably take stock up. And then Grizzlebrand's up there. And Palace Jailer's up there. I don't know. So this is Xander's Lounge, which is a pretty nice pickup, but I wonder if it's better or worse than this Generous End, So the Mystical Tutor finds Time Walk or Fourth, which is nice. Nice few cards. Vindicate, I guess. Kolaghan's Command. Well, those are the premium cards, right? The Fourth and the Time Walk. Tamiyo could also rebuy Time Walk sometimes. We don't really have the red permanents for Johnny. I value Johnny very highly, but this is one of the worst decks for it. Think about that path, too. The issue with Ragavan here is this is never coming down turn one ever, Might be a little slow for it. Could still play it. The Augraten Triumph, totally reasonable. I think what I want is this Lutri. I don't love it, but it does pair well with Time Walk sometimes. It's a red card to pitch to Pyrokinesis. Yeah, our red count for Pyrokinesis is not bad. Thinking about the Thundering Falls. Yeah, we already have a lot of comes to play tap lands. Chariot's not bad. Shortcut might be a bit slow here. Just thinking. I like Shortcut a lot in the Artifact deck, where you're like powering it out super quick. It is kind of hard to lose if you get to untap with it. We grabbed that at Johnny earlier. We would have had a Johnny Bombardment. Parallax Waving Containment Priest is a thing. I think we just want this Ocelot Pride. Yeah, both the Tameo and the Eternal Witness Game Bang. Did that Tameo. Buck Wild List. That's a good way to describe it. If it was a stip, it would be in the overlay. Yeah, his deck could have really used some fetches, huh? I think we just like cut the red and 6, and that's the deck now. Could play 18 lands, just to get another untapped land or 2 in there. Yeah, let's cut the bear. I'm sorry. There's a chance this Wrath of God's really good. So for white mana, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does Ent get white? It does. It gets Headquarters and Portico. 8. I don't think the Oliphant does. Oliphant literally only gets Proving Ground. I guess it pitches to Pyrokinesis. Not very heartening, though. Maybe I should have valued the Augratin Triome higher. Alright, how many white do we need? Like at least 7, but ideally 8. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the Ent. Blue needs less. We can get away with like 5-ish blue. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5's not a lot, but it is our minimum. And then black here, we need 8 minimum. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. And then red actually does not need a lot. Oh, maybe we just don't want this Pyrokinesis in here. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, maybe that's better. You know it's bad when you're considering Expedition map just as fixing. This is 18 lands, right? It is not. Oh, yeah, it is, because the Ent's out. Why'd it go from 3 recommended white sources down to 2? When I added another double white card. Well, I still need 8 minimum, so this is 9 black. Still okay. And then for red, we need like 5. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is not enough. And then green, we actually do not need that many green sources, and I think we have a shitload here. Yeah, we have 9 green sources. I feel like there are 4 green cards. That's really unfortunate. Well, we don't need this forest. Yeah, our mana is not good, unfortunately. Needed a fetch or 2. If I grabbed the Rogran Triome, that would have helped a lot. I guess we could advance 2 different lands, huh? Maybe it's not that bad. Hand would be a lot better on the play, but it is certainly keepable, huh? You were out on the balcony mixing potting soil. Nice. I got into my raised bed today. It's a little early to be planting stuff, but I've heard that kale can do well, even like surviving frosts and stuff. And the kale seedlings that I had inside were like starting to yellow, so I either needed to repot them into potting mix, because like seed starting mix is different than potting mix, and then doesn't have like the nutrients and stuff that it needs to be grown and be a healthy plant. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking try this, and it was so pleasant. I built this like 3.5 foot tall raised bed, and like it's the perfect height. I can just stand there. I can just stand there and like fucking fuck with it. I'm not like bending over, like sweating and like dropping shit and losing stuff, and it's just there. It's so pleasant. It's like you're putting together a sandwich in your kitchen. Anyway, great for the back, excellent for the back. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I did it. I had a bunch of different reasons to fucking build a garden bed 3.5 feet tall. One of it was to get out of the way of the bunnies, and the other one was to just like save my back for the next, well, however long the garden beds last. Probably be at least like 6 years, I'd imagine. Nice at us now. I see what you did there. I'm worried about them going infinite a little bit. Hopefully that shit doesn't happen. So I can't quite Tameo back Time Walk here, because the Spar's headquarters is also my green source. Sure, maybe I'll let them draw a card. Yeah, bidding the loop might have been wrong. Thanks, sweetie. I just brought some foodstuffs. A little bog pillaging, huh? What do you even want to name here? I don't think I got this deck into the overlay. Let me jam that real quick. I'm gonna name Colligan's Command. It's pretty good here. So Elspeth would be great. I think I want a Parallax Wave. Let's make sure I don't do anything weird here. So like, even if they deal with my board, the Tammy is still threatening to rebuy Time Walk again. Yeah, I think I'm going to be low carbing next week. So I'm getting all my pasta cravings, eating all the good frozen pizzas that I was excited to eat, clearing the beer out of the fridge so I won't be tempted, that sort of stuff. Oh, that's next week, asked James. This week I double carb to get rid of all the awesome carbs. So I could have saved a Kavu with the Parallax Wave down tick. I didn't think it was worth it. Mill a 5-drop with Ursine. I think you might not understand what Ursine does. Ursine basically gives you a Tarmogoyf buff to the Ursine. So right now it's creature, instant, land, sorcery. So it'd be 7 by itself. You assume they want a crew? Yeah, but milling a 5-drop doesn't matter. It's not. The way they say that it makes me think that they think that it got buffed equal to the size of the card that got milled. Well, that's a bit of a bummer here. Oh, because of the Tamiyo, I don't actually discard cards. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know if I've had that come up before. Wheel of Fortune and Tamiyo. If I did, I think it was my opponent's Tamiyo. Think about all that I could lose to here. Ancestral Recall on me to mill if I get too cute. Spell Pierce on 4th if I jam it all the way. We'll start with this. The Black-Red Reanimator deck from yesterday did trophy. Well, our mana's working out so far. There were a couple spots that were awkward last game. Not having the mana to Tamiyo back Time Walk and replay the Time Walk. Oh. You got me? Hell yeah, Roro. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more Fast Bond this cube season. They showed me Hull Breacher last game, but takes blue mana. They could have orcs here. Hell yeah. Okie dokie. Probably the bad give my Elspeth back. Let Elspeth do its thing. Kind of. Hell yeah. No black man in this opener, but looks pretty good. Looks pretty good otherwise. Have all of our other colors. Got a time walk. Opponent with Caracas pass. Could imply mana tithe. Very happy to see that I was wrong about the mana tithe. I was like running out the Parallax Wave to like protect this Barrowgoyf, but I'm just gonna play it. One's been sitting there with like all the cards in the universe, so I assume they've got an answer or two. Awesome. The Shieldred's pretty bad against the Caracas. We'll see. I really want to rebuy that Baleful Mastery. I've got two good, clean answers to Planeswalkers. What do I do if I Time Walk? I think I'm in the mood for a second? No. A third? No, let's get a fourth. Let's get a fourth. Let's try a fourth here. Alright, that didn't work. I kind of want to uptick and name fourth again. Casting 4 time walks in one game would have been juicy. However, I worry that we could have taken a couple extra turns and still just died. Yeah, I was thinking that like, a couple extra turns could like draw me into 4th, and then I was like, upticking Tammy has a better chance of hitting 4th than that. Lutrian hand seems pretty good. Yeah, that was my thought. Was that they might just like let the map token resolve rather than put it in hand like that. Double Wrath. I could see doubling Wrath being good in a very specific situation. Like if the opponent had token producers. Like that 3/3 that when it dies, they get 3 Saprolings or whatever. Plays around counter magic. It doesn't really. If you just like fired off the Lutri immediately, they would counter, and then your Lutri trigger would fizzle. We have 8 cards left. Yeah, this is gonna be fucking sick, Hold down control here. Yeah. Good old turn 15. Negative 75, huh? I bet y'all didn't think this deck was going to put someone to negative 75 or 65. Oh, pretty satisfying, oddly satisfying. Yeah, Vindicate and Baleful Mastery, being able to pop Planeswalkers seems really key here. This thing ain't indestructible on your turn, right? Could be cool with Wraths. Shieldred got bricked in handle on thanks to their Caracas, so I'm just going to cut it. And I'm going to add Pyrokinesis, and I'm going to play Oliphant over a Mountain. Oliphant's not the best fixer here. It basically gets Proving Ground and the basic Mountain, so not a lot. But it does pitch to Pyrokinesis, so that's kind of nice. Hey, Bringer Phubis, thanks for 52 months there. Appreciate it. How goes the Cuban? Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty well overall, yeah. Been having a weird day, but it's had its ups and downs, and I'm having a good time streaming. I think loot is pretty good against Caracas. I'm rando. I would not have minded if they'd bounced it that last game. There's a reason they burned a removal spell on it, right? Even though they had the Caracas. Nice. No 2-drop again. So even though we have black and red from the Proving Ground, we don't actually have Cooligan's Command mana. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Bill. Well, now we do. "81 months. That's like almost a year. You're so close to a year, Bill. You're so close. Can almost taste it. So we're not getting the Monarchy here, but I don't think we need the Monarchy. Just got a clean way to clear the Elspeth, and that's pretty good for me. Tutor up my one basic mountain. I wonder what they're going to tutor up with this Saga Hum. Oh, they're floating? Yeah, I guess that makes sense with the Parallax Wave here, Bobble, just drawing a card, sure. And opponent controls, okay. Yeah, I assumed that they wouldn't have it, like, weirded word lame. Where's the Monarchy emblem? There is not one. Getting the Monarchy is a condition of hitting the opponent with 4th. We didn't do that. You might be stoned, though. I don't know. A little aggro on my part with the Baleful Mastery there, letting them draw an extra card. They, like, almost need their own Parallax Wave, though. To not die to these tokens next turn. Yeah, that doesn't do it. Hey, can I win? Thanks to the sub. Thanks to 81 months there. 3 cubed 3 times. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Is that a raid from the great Benjamin Wheeler? Welcome, Ben viewers. Y'all should give Benjamin a shout out. Or, not a shout out. A follow. A follow if you have not done so. Top tier format selection. A lot of that Canadian Highlander. And a lot of that cube. Was Ben on cube today? We killed by, we fucking Lutried our 4th. It was like a 4th for 6, and we Lutri copied it. And then we had the new Elspeth in play, so we gave all the tokens 1/1 counters. And we served in and put the opponent to like -65 or something on turn 15. So it wasn't a super fast game. Not how I would describe that game. Oh, the Elspeth doubled the tokens. Yeah, yeah. Wow. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep that or not. I guess I will. Oh, I wonder if I was supposed to shock turn 1 and just play the Ocelot Pride. It's a little bit better on the play, It's pretty nice to get my tapped lands down early, though. Ocelot just gets to connect. That's pretty sick. If you've been the Ent there for like your red source, for example, then you are just thinning the red source from your deck. No real benefit. Elspeth and Ocelot Prime seem like they could do work together. We actually can't, because we only have 2 blue sources, and we don't have any red, so we can't loot through the Time Walk. And this might be wrong, the zeroing here. Guess we'll find out. They did have a lot of turns of not answering this Ocelot Pride, though. Oh, they got the... Sure. And they snuff outed. Damn. Well, now I kind of wish the fucking cats had all served. Yeah, I'll take 3. Yeah, this is the risk, I guess, of chilling on that. But now any removal spell gets me a Time Walk, and that's kind of nice. Bombardment is interesting here. So the bear doesn't quite solo them because they're going to gain a life and go up to 8. It's got to be scary, though. Yeah, I don't hate that jump at all. Oh, they're block sacking? This thing's got trample. That I would not have did. But, whatever. Oh, we came in like at the end of this album. It makes a little bit more sense if you play it from the beginning. Got me, I'm at 9. We definitely would have flashed in Lutri there, just as a 3-2. One more thing. We never had a red source that game. Interesting. I guess we had the generous end that could have gotten a red source and would have if it hadn't gotten discarded. That's fair. Leovold looks great against them, but again, the main reason that Ursign's Monstrosity is in here instead of Leovold is because it's just so much easier to cast. Like all these like plains and mountains and stuff. Like not exactly Leovold mana. Our deck be awesome. Deck's pretty good. Was fourth pack one, pick one. Fourth was second pick. We started with Witherbloom Apprentice. I was just kind of in the mood for that. It was kind of a medium pack too. And then we got a second pick fourth, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm in the mood for multiple things. I've said it before, and I've done it before, that like just playing, there's some cards that are powerful enough that you should just play them, especially if you see them early on. I've double splashed for fourth before. We're neither like white or red were my base colors. I was just playing like some green-black deck. Like, yeah, all right. The Lush Porticore was making this hand tempting, but I should probably be sending it back. A little too much had to go right. Sounds kind of similar. Maybe my mana base finally catching up to me, huh? Yeah, keeping basically any land there. Seeing a basic plains is unfortunate. One of the few things I don't super need at this point. Have not dropped a game yet. Probably wrong. Probably supposed to kill that Emperor, Probably just shouldn't have killed the FOMO. Dark Ritual. Oh, sure. Kind of an awkward fourth here, because the opponent can just take it back at any time, right? With the Dotheme. Just hitting me and taking the Monarchy. I wonder if my Pyrokinesis should have come in. I thought about it. Only got snuff out here, sure. Okay, I can play that one. A little surprised by that. Instead of activating the Emperor. Oh, they want to block. They want to block my human, sure. I'm just going to take that trade. The Grist uptick is very awkward into Voidwalker. Want to get some nice damage in. Lutri showing up. Very not confident in that, but uptaking Grist with a Dothy out is pretty brutal. Still missing blue mana here. This Tameo. Hoping they just have to crack clues and can't run out anything. Damn. Haster. Gonna take the Monarchy Bank. Yeah. Elf? Oh. I've done that several times today. Just had the fucking one-shot calm. This is Too Mellow. That's the name of the band, yeah. Name of the artist. Red certainly has cards that could clear me from here. Them cracking all their clues is a really good sign, though. I don't think there's much value in trying to crew this. I literally only have one card in the graveyard too, huh? This Grist. I guess I'm just activating. Blue Source would really hit the spot right about now, huh? A little bit worried about dying. Yeah, they need like a bolt or something. Or... oh, that's clean, huh? Edict the Phoenix, bring it back, hit me in the air for 5. Damn. Yeah, my hand was so good, the tap mark was just like a little trapped, huh? A little trapped by the bloom. Well, game 3 we go. I really wish I could play this Leovold. The Ursign's been good, though. I certainly haven't, disliked having the Ursign in there. That was kind of a cool game. Oh, I was thinking about the Pyrokinesis. That's right, that's right. What would that come in over? Loot, maybe? Reprieve, maybe? I like that loot is a pitch for Pyrokinesis, but I mean, with the Luris, you just always have it. Maybe Shortkai is just slightly too slow for the matchup. It's been pretty good for me earlier this league, but... oh yeah, that was a Moldify, wasn't it? Very close game. Yeah, the Oliphant was brought in not because it's a very good fixer in the deck, but because it pitches the Pyrokinesis. So we brought it in replacing a Mountain with the idea that it had a good chance of ending up dead at some point. Well, our mana's good here. Good trade? I don't know. Looking good so far. Opponent's got some problems to answer, Duress not the best versus Tamiyo. There's a fourth in the bin there, too. Nice. Our second trophy on the day. 5-color fourth. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. Not at its best, but better than Thoughtseize. It was better than Thoughtseizes there, that's for sure. That's hard to argue.